What if one of the world's smallest countries was building an aviation system powerful enough to rival giants like Dubai, Singapore, or even New York? What if an island better known for reggae, beaches, and rum was quietly positioning itself as a new hub for global air travel? At first glance, it seems impossible. How could a nation with just 3 million people and limited resources even dream of competing with airports that serve hundreds of millions every year? Yet right now, that is exactly what Jamaica is doing. With a series of bold, expensive, and carefully planned moves, Jamaica is trying to redefine itself not just as a tourist getaway, but as one of the most connected nations in the Western Hemisphere. And if this plan succeeds, it could shock the world. For decades, Jamaica's airports struggled under the weight of their own popularity. Kingston International Airport in Montego Bay, the island's busiest hub, was never designed to handle the number of visitors it received. In 2019 alone, before the global pandemic disrupted travel, nearly 5 million passengers passed through its gates, far more than it was built for. The result was chaos. Travelers arriving after long-haul flights from Europe or North America were greeted not by palm trees and ocean breezes, but by endless lines at immigration, baggage delays, and cramped terminals. The first impression of Jamaica, a country that relies heavily on tourism for its economy, was often frustration. Tourism accounts for more than 30% of Jamaica's GDP and employs hundreds of thousands of its citizens. In a country where every visitor's experience directly impacts its economy, the shortcomings of the airports became more than an inconvenience. They became a national problem. Runways were stretched to their limits, unable to handle the largest new aircraft efficiently. Baggage systems broke down under pressure. Old infrastructure slowed down passenger flow at every step. This was not just about comfort, it was about competitiveness. If travelers began choosing other Caribbean destinations over Jamaica because of a bad airport experience, the economic damage could be enormous. The government realized it had reached a turning point. Temporary fixes would no longer cut it. Adding one more baggage carousel, patching one more runway, or painting one more wall was like putting a bandage on a broken bone. What Jamaica needed was a leap forward, a complete transformation of its aviation system from top to bottom. And so, a new vision was born, an aviation network that would rival the best in the world, powered by modern technology, built on sustainability, and designed not just for today's travelers, but for decades to come. The scale of the plan is staggering. More than $500 million has been committed to reshaping Jamaica's airports. That includes over $150 million in immediate upgrades between 2025 and 2026, followed by nearly $400 million more through 2029. But this isn't just money being thrown at Montego Bay and Kingston, the island's two biggest airports. The plan reaches into every corner of Jamaica, from small regional airstrips to entirely new international hubs. The goal is not just to keep up with competitors, but to leap ahead of them. Kingston International Airport in Montego Bay is the crown jewel of this transformation. Already the busiest airport in the Caribbean, serving more tourists than any other single location in the region, Kingston is undergoing a complete reimagining. Massive expansion projects are adding space to the East Concourse, along with new aircraft stands that can handle even the largest jets flying today. The total number of stands will increase to 21, allowing multiple wide-body aircraft to operate simultaneously without the gridlock that once plagued the tarmac. This alone will drastically reduce congestion during peak hours, when flights from North America and Europe typically arrive in waves. But the changes are not just physical, they are technological. Jamaica is embracing automation and digital innovation to make air travel seamless. New self-service bag drop stations will speed up check-in. Biometric gates and facial recognition systems will replace long immigration lines, allowing passengers to move quickly through security without the usual bottlenecks. These are the same systems that airports in Singapore and Dubai use to process millions of travelers efficiently, and soon Jamaica will offer the same futuristic experience. For passengers, the difference will be night and day. And then there is sustainability. Unlike older airports retrofitting to meet new standards, Jamaica is building green from the start. Solar panels will cover parking areas and terminal roofs. Rainwater harvesting systems will cut consumption, and electric shuttles will move passengers between terminals. Sangster isn't just being rebuilt, it's being future-proofed. Kingston's Norman Manley International Airport is also seeing massive changes. With a $161 million investment, its runway is being extended to welcome larger aircraft and allow direct flights to Africa, Asia, and Eastern Europe. Inside, terminals are being modernized with new lounges, dining, baggage systems, and a 5-megawatt solar farm to power much of the airport. Jamaica's capital is transforming into a hub for global commerce, no longer just a stop for tourists, but a serious international connection point. What makes Jamaica's strategy unique is how it spreads investment beyond its major hubs. Regional airports like Lionel Denton, Holland Bamboo, Ken Jones, and Tinson Pen are being upgraded to improve runways, passenger facilities, and safety systems. These smaller projects connect rural communities, boost ecotourism, and support farmers, students, and small businesses. The boldest move, however, is the $460 million Negril International Airport. Just 20 minutes from the island's most famous beaches, it will ease pressure on Montego Bay, create jobs, and fuel economic growth. Yes, there are risks, delays, global downturns, or competition could slow progress. But if Jamaica delivers, the transformation will be enormous. Modern airports in Kingston, Montego Bay, Negril, and beyond will support tourism, trade, and opportunity for all Jamaicans. And the world may soon see the island not just as the land of reggae and beaches, but as the nation that dreamed bigger and built its future one runway at a time. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.